everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful April 1st. I hope you haven't fallen for too many tricks so far. And welcome back to the STEAM train. If this is your first time watching, I'm Mr. Dorian with New Minds, and I hope you guys are all doing well. We have something super awesome we're going to learn today, and I actually won't play any tricks on you at all today. We're just going to learn something super cool and have an awesome lesson. Let's see what's in our magic box so we can go ahead and get started. It looks like we have just some paper, just some regular paper. One's construction paper, one's regular white paper. We have, like always, we seem to have some scissors, some things to write with, some crowns. It looks like I have a record back here, and a small little book. So this small little book is actually one I wrote. Today we're going to learn a little bit about magazines, making books, and about ourselves. The cool thing is that magazines all throughout the world cover all sorts of different things. There's no one thing that a magazine is about. Some are about fashion, some are about cooking, some are about specific cars. There's a magazine about every kind of hobby and every kind of interest. And they're all super cool. The thing that they have in common is that they're written by someone who really cares about the thing they're writing about. So if you really like painting, you're going to make a painting magazine. You're not going to make one about cooking. If you really like cooking, you're going to make a cooking magazine. So all of these different things are super awesome, but the problem is that no regular person can just make a whole magazine. You'd have to go through publishing and a whole sort of thing of writers, and it takes a long time. But there is something you can do to make your own magazine and make your own story heard and make it about something that you enjoy. This is actually called a zine. It's short for magazine, but it's just Z-I-N-E, and it's one you make by yourself. There's some really cool ones about old buildings and how to play certain games and lots of really cool stuff. But I'm actually going to teach you how to make your own today. So not only can you make your own book, you can make it all about you. And the cool thing is that it only takes one piece of paper, construction paper, cardstock, any of those that you can fold, and it doesn't use any tape or any glue. The cool thing is, when it's all done, you can unfold it and make copies really easy if you want to share it with your friends or family. Maybe you want to make the news of the week of everything that happened in your house. Maybe your dog did a cool trick. Maybe you had a really awesome breakfast. You can make this in your magazine. Maybe you just have something you really, really like and you want to be able to talk about it with your friends. But sometimes when you want to talk to your friends, you freeze up a little bit. You can make a magazine about it, and then you'll be able to tell them, be like, look, this awesome thing. So I actually wrote mine. I'll go ahead and read it to you guys, and I'll show you how to make your own. Mine is actually about jazz music, and more specifically, Miles Davis. This is him right here. He's playing a trumpet. It's kind of hard to see him. Here's a little bit of a better picture on the back. But the cool thing is that he makes really awesome music, and I just wanted to write about it. So I did, and nobody said, oh no, I think you should write about something serious that we could put in a real magazine. I was able to write about whatever I wanted, and I can decorate it how I want. So this is New Minds Lunchtime Jazz with Your Juice Box. This is what I named it. And it's by me, Mr. Dorian Dayton. So I went ahead and I drew a picture. I tried to draw this like the picture on the front. I'm not the best at drawing, but you know, I did my best, and I think it looks okay. And so here's what I wrote. History has told of a legend named Miles Davis. Jazz is very different in some ways than how most music is made. Here's the picture. Miles Davis would go into the studio with a few band members and a fuzzy idea of what they were going to record. A studio was just a place where they recorded music. The engineer would start the tape machine and go and it'd start winding up. The band would improvise, which would mean they would make up the music as they played, so not everything was written down. Whatever they played was what was recorded. They couldn't cut it, they couldn't go back, they didn't edit it or loop it around. It was all done live. There's no picture on this page, but I decided to decorate the sides with little X's so it looks like more like a notebook. I put some spirals and some dots to make it fancy. Later, Miles' engineers would re-record the sessions, cut it up, and put it back together and add effects like delay and all sorts of stuff to make the sound really wild. Down here I drew the tape machine, I drew some speakers. A quote from Miles is that it's not about standing still and being safe. If you want to keep creating things, you have to change. So I drew him with some sunglasses on. And then on the back, I used this as my last page. Whenever Miles needed new music to listen to, he listened to new music and he had a change. He found new players and new sounds. So he changed because it was something that he wanted to do. He wanted to make new music, and he always was able to change. So you can always change. You notice I didn't just put words, I put some decoration around it. On my front, I put a picture of a trumpet so people know what it's about. And this is my magazine. The cool thing is that you guys can make yours own about whatever you want. You don't have to just write on it. You can add pieces of paper in it. Maybe you go on a walk outside. You find different leaves and things. Make sure you ask your parents to bring them inside, and you can glue them or tape them into your notebook. And this would be super awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away. I'm going to leave this here so you guys can see it. But I'm going to show you how to make this. And this is actually just one piece of paper that's folded up. If I unfold it, you'll see it kind of looks kind of weird. Some are upside down, some are regular. But if I want to make a copy of this, and I ask my parents first, I could just put it on the copy machine, and I can make another one really easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to fold this into your own book. The first thing you're going to need is whatever paper you're going to write on. Remember, you're going to write on this, so you want it to be either a white or a light color you can write on. If you do want a black, that'd be super cool, but you have to only write on it with white crowns or white colored pencils. So I'm going to do mine first. And the first thing you're going to do is just fold it hamburger style. That means so it turns out almost like a rectangle instead of like a thin hot dog. So hamburger style, fold it first. I'm just going to lay it down flat so I can make my folds really nice. There we go. So now I have it folded hamburger style. And now I'm going to turn it up and down so it opens like a get well soon card. And then I'm going to fold it down. Almost like it's hamburger style again. So I folded it like a card first, and then I folded it down, and then the last thing I'm going to do is fold it across. And we have a book. So I folded it across, I folded it down, and then I folded it like a card. So when we fold it back up, it goes over, down, over. And this looks like the same way our book is folded, but this actually isn't right yet. We have one cut to make. So we're going to unfold it, go back one step, go back 2 steps to where it's folded like a card. So if you unfolded it all the way, just close it one time. One side is the open side, so I can put my hand in this side. The other side's the closed side. I can't put my hand in this side. It's just a corner. You're going to cut on the corner, right on your fold line, all the way to the middle. So there's a line where you folded from the middle to the edge. You're going to cut on that. Make sure you're careful with scissors. Remember, fold on the closed side. Now I'm going to cut it. So now the side that was closed now has a cut in it, and it kind of opens like this. Open it up all the way, and you should have a big square. You should have 8 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with a hole in the middle. Now to fold this into your final book, you're actually going to fold a hot dog this time, so it's already going to be folded, so all you're going to do is fold it down. And then what you need to do is kind of scrunch the 2 sides together. So this is going to open like this, and then you're going to, so I'm right here, it's folded hot dog from the top. Fold it down. Now looking from the sides, you're going to push them together until it makes like this diamond, and it's going to make an X, and then you'll actually have a flat piece. And then you just fold it one last time. Fold it nice and tight. And then you have your final book. Now you want to make sure it's the right way. So you're going to open it like a book, and you'll see you have sets of pages. There's going to be some space in between the pages. You can leave this open, or you can glue it together. But if you glue it, you won't be able to make copies. But you can just leave this open, and you'll see the big pages are on the front and back, and you should have 8 pages. Now you can start to decorate your book. So I'm just going to label my pages with numbers so you can see how they're going to turn out. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, and when I unfold it, you'll see where all the pages should go. So if you're watching this later, you can always pause it, look at this part of the picture, and see what direction your pages go and where they fit on your folded page. And 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. When I open it, they're actually not going to go in the same way that you would think. It actually starts 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 are upside down, so they read like this, and then 8 is back this way again. So when you fold it back, you have your book. Now you can always make these super awesome. You can color it, you can decorate it, you can make it full of artwork. Maybe you can tape some of your favorite trading cards in here. Whatever you want your book to look like. And you can make these every week if you want. Just make sure ask to use the supplies. And you can make your awesome magazines about whatever you would like them to be. Thank you guys for tuning in with Real Inspired Learning with New Minds. I hope you guys are all doing well. And don't forget, pursue your passions, write them down until they become your talents. Thank you guys for watching.